Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections Magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections Magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections Magazine.
Well, welcome everyone. I am your host and CEO of Divine Connections. Hope all is well. Welcome everyone. Make sure you like and share this broadcast. Divine Connection is a faith-based and inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, pastors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. So if you would like the opportunity to share what you have and get advertised or featured in the magazine, definitely get connected with us and maybe you can get in the next magazine. We offer the opportunity to have half-page or full-page advertisement, and your ad will run for 3 months. So I'm working on the next issue now. So if you are interested, definitely contact me today. Okay, awesome. We also do 2 events a year, one in March and one in October. March is my anniversary, but we have praise dance, moms, vendors, quartet groups, speakers, panels, vendors, sponsors, and we come together and we network and worship together and celebrate. And then in October, I do my Bring It event where I have praise dance groups, moms, vendors, and youth vendors and sponsors as well. So mark your calendar for the next big event, Saturday, October the 14th at the Mebane Arts Center. So hope to see you there. If you're interested in being a sponsor, that will also can include vending as well. Definitely let me know if you are interested. You have an organization or a business that you would like to have out there and to get more exposure. We also have our online store now is available. We have our Divine Connections store with our shirts, our hoodies, our hats, our socks, our blankets, a variety of product. We have over 100 products in our store. So that's bit.ly/Divine Connection store. And I'll let you see a little video of that soon. And then we have our app is now out. So you can go to your Google Play Store or your Apple Store and download our app, Divine Connections Magazine. We look forward to connecting with you in all of those areas. And again, if you have questions about anything, definitely contact us and let us know. Now we're going to head over to one of our sponsors and we'll be right back.
The bad news is suicides rise again in the U.S., increases highest among Black people ages 10 to 24. People need hope. The good news is hope is on the way. Join Mothers in Crisis Hope Pass It On campaign. please visit makeahopeconnection.com. Hope, pass it on and save a life.
Hope is on the way, so definitely be encouraged. That is one of our awesome sponsors, and we'll talk more about sponsorship. You possibly could be one as well. So let's get into it. Let me share with you just a little clip of one of our events in October so you can get an idea of what's getting ready to go down Saturday, October 14th in North Carolina. Awesome, awesome. So stay tuned and mark your calendars for Saturday, October the 14th. Now, let me share with you just a little bit about the store and what's in the store. Hold tight. Awesome, awesome. So definitely stay connected, go shopping. We have some best at ever apparel as well as some military apparel that is in there now for this season, including some Divine Connections apparel. So go check it out. All right. And that's bit.ly/Divine Connections store. All right. So if you have any questions about anything that we talk about, definitely text 336-338-8903 or email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. When you're interested in attending the event, you can go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/event as well. If you want to participate, definitely text me and we'll get into detail about that as well. If you want to advertise in the magazine, we have that option available. So just contact me. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website at divineconnectionsmagazine.com for updates and news. For Facebook, go to Divine Connections Marketing. For Instagram, go to Divine Connections, one word. And we have our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. Make sure you subscribe and click the notification button there as well. If you have not gotten your copy of Divine Connections magazine, it is here and available. So go check it out. We have a lot of resources, connections, ministries, pastors, authors, books, different things in here. I had a men's panel at my event in March. All of those men that have businesses, the organization, their information, as well as all of my vendors, their information is here, different organization and speakers. Definitely get a copy of that. We do hard copy and digital copy. So if you go to hard copy, you can change the quantity of your hard copies, get several for your family, friends, your churches, send them out to your barbershops and your networks and different things like that. So people can continue to see what great things are going on in the community. If you would like to be a sponsor on the show, we do a 3-month agreement. If you have a 30-second commercial already and it is approved, we do a 3-month agreement for only $150, and you'll be on before or after or during our interviews as we do our podcast on Wednesdays. So if you're interested in that, definitely let us know. And that's only $150 for 3 months. If you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your ministry, your book, or your gospel group, or your event, we create those as well. So if you need something custom, 30-second and 60-second, to show people who you are and what you do, we would love to serve you as well. I am also grateful for my second book being out, which is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. So I talk about how I accomplish things with the help of the Lord through my personal as well as my business life. So if you want to know how I do what I do, go get the book. It's on Amazon, it's on Walmart.com. You can also get it from me. And if you're in Greensboro area, you can go to the Next Chapter bookstore as well, which is in Ben Boyd's restaurant, and go check it out. All right. But if you get it from me, I'll continue the signed copy. So definitely stay connected and let me know if you need a copy of that. We also have our journal out this year. It's called Making It Happen. You Are a Divine Connection because you are. We write the vision, make it plain, execute, and then we celebrate. So write down different goals and desires that you have, pray about it, move towards it, and then look back at what God is going to do and has done in your life. And let's journal together because it's called Making It Happen. That is what we do because you are a divine connection. Don't forget to also go to our app, download our app, go to your Play Store and type in Divine Connections Magazine. Then stay connected with us that way as well. And don't forget to go to our store at bit.ly/divine connection store and shop. We have over 100 products there as well. Thank you so much for your attention. And now for the best part of the podcast is our interview. So Mr. Dante is in the house and we're going to share with you what he is bringing to the community. So hold tight and we're going to bring him in. Welcome, welcome. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. You're doing big things in the community. So I want to share it with the audience. So first welcome and then tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Yes. Well, of course, I'm Deonte Bolden, and here in Atlanta, Georgia. Originally from
Mhm.
Washington, D.C., but been in Atlanta, Georgia for going on 5 years. Um,
Okay.
I'm a filmmaker, playwright. I'm an award-winning author, CEO
Mhm.
of Deonte Bolden Productions here in Atlanta, Georgia. Um,
Mhm.
Visionary, author of 2 books. I have a short film that I just released. I'm a playwright as well, and I also
Wow.
have an academy where I help to coach writers on how to turn their stories into scripts, ultimately for film,
Ooh.
TV, or for the stage. And just like I was telling you earlier, I just
Mhm.
coming off a high of my first award show, the Bolden Awards, where boldness meets greatness. So yeah, that's a little bit about.
Yeah, I love that. So go ahead and tell us about the award show because that was very intriguing to me about what you're doing.
So it was inspired for me being a creative and going to award shows myself, seeing that there was a need for certain things. And I've
Mhm.
realized that a lot of people in my community and people who I associated with, a lot of my counterparts and colleagues, really weren't getting a lot of the recognition that they deserve. Many award shows are based off of favoritism and nepotism. And I really wanted to create an award show to really change that dynamic. And
Mhm.
pride myself on always reaching out to the black sheep or the person that people are not really looking at and acknowledging,
Yeah.
and that's what I wanted to do with this award show. So it's where boldness meets greatness, and we're highlighting and awarding the overcomers, those who have overcome obstacles and adversities while achieving
Mhm.
excellence. So we have honorees who are on their autism journey, some who have survived cancer, some who are up
Mhm.
in age and going back and pursuing their dreams and goals. So we just had a
Yeah.
big turnout. It was amazing. So
Awesome. I love that. I love how you saw what was needed, what was missing, and created it yourself.
yeah,
Awesome, awesome. I love that. And even though I'm a HAP tech, so I work with adults with disabilities, so you get to see another side,
right.
of just different individuals, but their gifting as well. They're awesome and they have skills and they're phenomenal. And so that needs to be commended as well. So congrats to you for doing that. I love that. I love that. So let's talk about some of your films, how you take some of your writings and turn them into films.
Yeah, so I just released a short film. I was inspired by what was happening during, the shutdown of COVID and seeing a lot of
Hmm.
police brutality. And I wanted to touch on the issue of colorism and racism in our communities, but do it on a lighter note. So, the Skin I'm In, Volume 1, Melanin Melanie. It's a 3-part series, but part one is dealing with Melanie, who struggled growing up being biracial and, having an identity crisis for herself. And she was bullied and teased for, being biracial. And now she's a mom and a wife. And she wants to protect her daughter from an experiencing a lot of the pain and trauma that she experienced. So she
Mm-hmm.
pretty much throughout the film teaches her daughter how to become a colorist, thinking that she's protecting her. But her lesson that she learns is that she's doing more harm than good, because her daughter
Mm-hmm.
experiences racism in a way that she didn't even imagine her to experience it. And it's just a beautiful story of self-love and acceptance. And I had the film premiere for that in March, so now we are submitting to festivals, and actually we'll hear back next week if one of the
Yeah.
festivals accept the film. We'll see.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. And so you'll be. How can people see that?
Well, the trailer is on YouTube right now because we're submitting to festivals. It's not released right now because many festivals want it to be a premiere at their event. But
Mm-hmm.
you check out the trailer and look forward to actually seeing the film soon. Just stay connected to me, when I share my website later.
Okay, and what's the name of the trailer?
It's called The Skin I'm In, Volume
Skip
1,
in.
Melanie Melanie. Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And you said some other things too that you do before that. What were
Uh,
some other things that you do?
Playwright, I'm an author. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the book. Let's author.
Yes. So, yeah, I'm an author of two books. One book I wrote in 2019 called Purpose Pains, because of my success, and people have been, very impressed by what I've been doing over the years. They don't understand the trauma behind that. I lost a brother in
Mm.
2006. He had muscular dystrophy. So
Oh,
I
condolences.
really Thank you. I really wanted to write a book to really help people to understand that, it's not about what happens to you, but it's about what you do and how you handle what happens to you. Because I believe that every pain is meant to push us towards our purpose. And I
Mm.
realized that losing a brother really helped me to get to where I am now, my brother, and inspiring and wanting to keep his legacy alive. So that's Purpose Pains. And I really break down the acronym of PAIN to help you see it from a positive perspective instead of a negative perspective. And I actually won an award for that book. And then my baby that I just released a couple of years ago, Definitely Able, which is really bringing a lot of buzz.
Mm.
Dealing with children with disabilities. So it's about these 4 children going to middle school. They have various disabilities and they are trying to fit in with their peers, but they find themselves the center and prank of everyone's jokes and laughter. And because of that, it's around Christmas time. Most kids are asking Santa for gifts and toys, but their desire is to make them normal for a day. They want to see life on the other side. So they go
Mm.
on that magical journey, but they realize that life isn't as grand as they thought it would be, and that they're different because they make a difference. So that's the story.
Mm. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, how can people get in contact with you if they want a book, want to know about what you're doing in the future or the present?
Absolutely. So you can go to my website. It's www.deonteboldenproductions.com. It's links to all of my social media. It's also opportunity to click the link to go to the Bolden Awards website. We'll be posting pictures and all of that on there as well. And my IG, just like you have it, is Deonte Bolden Productions. I'm Deonte Bolden Productions on Facebook as well.
Okay. Now, I want to know, and this for myself, how do you change that book into a film? Like, how do you? I know you can't give me too much detail, but like, how do you transition the physical book into an actual film?
Yeah, well, one of the things I teach at the Bolden Academy, because Ashley Definitely Abled is, I actually wrote that as a musical, so that's going to be coming.
Mm.
But one of the things I always tell authors when they come to me is to really understand, focus on the theme of what you want people to know. When we sit in a movie, we want to feel like we're getting something. We want to feel like we're engaging. And
Mhm.
one of the biggest things I always tell people, it may work for a book, but it may not work for a film, to have
Mm.
dynamic characters. When you cross over, sometimes your characters in a book don't transition over unless you really create them and make them more fascinating and dynamic. It doesn't fit. So you always want to make sure that you find ways to be able to connect with your audience, have a great storyline, have a great message, have great characters, and you could create anything and make it exciting for your audience. So
I love that. I love that. And then the way that you basically tell the story, right?
that's important too. Many people, I get a lot of people that say, one of the greatest things I help people to understand is that sometimes we want to do an autobiography and we're like, my life should be a story, but it's like everybody's life is not meant to be on film. But if you do it, you have to find a, creative way of doing it, because God just rest her soul. I just heard that Tina Turner passed today. Um,
Well,
and her story was exciting for people, with Love Got to Be.
wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but everybody's story doesn't transition like that and connect with the audience. So if people don't know who you are, I always tell people to find a way of creatively telling the story. Like, what is the message that you want to get from your life? Like for me, my story may be purpose pains, but just talking about how I overcame trauma of losing my brother and stick to that. But everybody wants to go to different parts of their life stories, and it's like you can only keep people's attention for so long. So I teach people how to break it down, because if you look at your life, you may have about 10 different films, within that life experience. You just got to know how to construct it and put it together, and that's where I come in. So.
Okay, great. So, how do you create a short film? Like the difference between a short film, maybe a movie. What's the difference between that? And then, is there a certain time frame you have to put it in, and all of
Yeah.
that?
So a short film is usually 60 seconds or less. 60 minutes or less. Each
Mm-hmm.
page is a minute. So it's just really narrowing it down even more, because a full length feature film is about 60 minutes or more.
Right.
So it's just really learning how to be concise and break down the story and make it more. I find it more challenging as a writer to write a short film than I do full-length feature film, because I'm a writer and I like to go really into detail. So I
Yeah.
just say, okay, this is supposed to be a short film. So it's just really knowing how to narrow down your story and make it more interesting and get to the point, quickly
Mm-hmm.
in a short story, because you only have a certain amount of time. So.
Yeah. So, how did you know to even to adapt into that? Because that's a lot of detailed, a lot of different things you have to do. Like, what? I mean, other than your brother, what dived you into the actual filmmaking?
Well, I started out as wanting to be an actor. As a
Okay.
young kid, it was my imaginary place. I went through a lot of trauma growing up, and it was like my escape. And when I became an actor, I went out to LA like everybody else and wanted to be an actor. But I realized being on set that God was really shaping me to become the film director that I am, along with being an actor. God was like, no, you're not just going to be an actor, but you're going to be writing, you're going to be
Come
producing
on.
that. And sometimes we don't understand our journey. We think we're just going out for one thing, but God introduces us to many other things. I never thought I would be an author and having my own award show and all these different things. Um,
Yeah.
but I was told on set, from one of my close friends at that time that, no, you're going to be writing, you have a lot of creative ideas. Because I would talk stuff on set and be like, I have this idea. And everybody's looking at me like, that's a great idea. So I really just went with that. And, I've been grinding and writing ever since. So.
That is awesome. 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 So, give, I guess, us some pointers on how to keep moving forward and to continue to grow in a business like that.
One, stay true to yourself. Everybody tries to compare you to different people. If you black and you white and everybody want to compare you to Tyler Perry, and the biggest mistake that people make is trying to compare themselves to someone else. I always say, find your lane, know what makes you unique, find
Yeah.
your voice. And when you do that, understanding the voice of God that's leading you, and just
Hmm.
go for it. I think we try to overanalyze sometimes and try to recreate all of these different things of what we think that our career in life should be. But it's already properly, planned for us. We just have to take the path that we know that God has for us and go for it. Be consistent, be, determined, work hard, and trust God during the process. That's my greatest advice.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, anything else you have that you want to share detail about?
No, I do have a magazine that's coming that's going to be having highlighting of Bolden awards. It's called Bold Magazine. So that'll be
Okay.
later on this summer. And then another play is coming as well. So
Awesome.
there's more to come.
Awesome. 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 Well, you're doing great things, and I definitely appreciate you. Someone that I admire that just can take, what fill the gap, see what's missing, fill it up, be creative, and do all of that. I love it. I'm loving it all. Awesome. Awesome. So let's end with, if you have anything else you want to share, you can do that, and then let's end with some words of encouragement.
I think that's all I want to share. Yeah, just connect with me. There's more to come. Like I said, I have submitted to some festivals, so look out for that. And then a lot of people have been hitting me up since the awards show saying, well, how can I be, one of the honorees? So definitely make sure you connect to the website, which will lead to the Bolden Awards website as well. And you still have time if you want to submit and you just say, hey, I want this guy to know who I am. So let me make my submission to be a future
Yeah.
do that as well. So.
Awesome. So with the nominations that you have done for your event, how did you find those people and pick those people?
Just people who I've been really connecting with on social media. Social media is important. I'm at networking events. For me, I'm always like, if something sticks out to me, I'm following the person and, following your journey. And connections is important. That's why I was telling people on social media, follow, make yourself be known, what you have going on. And you might just find yourself receiving a Bolden Award.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Well, thank you for what you do. Keep making it happen. I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely going to stay connected with you as well. Any last minute words?
No, just go for your dreams. Don't let anything stop you. Don't be a worst enemy. One of my biggest mistakes I made was being my worst critic and thinking that I could achieve certain things. So believe in the God that's inside of you. Trust the process and just know that God is working it out for your favor.
Come on, sir. Working it out for your favor. Wonderful, Mr. Bolden. Thank you so much. I'm loving what you're doing. Keep making it happen. Keep me posted. Y'all stay connected with him. I am Nurse Williams with Divine Connections. We want you to stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. All things are possible, and you definitely can make it happen. All right, so hold tight. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, and we're going to go to a couple of videos. I'll be right back.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution. So get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.